Right then guys, it's finally time. It's time for the 1994 Touring Car World Cup presented by the British Touring Car Online Racing League. I'm Johannes Melis and I welcome you for the special event in the calendar after the normal BTCO season of 1994. You haven't seen a lot of it, and we will do a quick recap of the season in anytime soon. We see David Oswald leaving the server. We are currently in practice, so don't worry about it, guys. It's just for the drivers to get used to the cars again and to the track, so it's pretty useful for them. And yeah, I'm really excited for this, and I hope you are as well. And if you are, then I hope you stay here with us. It's going to be a long event. We have 2 races planned, plus a one-shot qualifying coming up at 9 PM German time at least. It will be at 8 PM UK time, because this is normally a UK series. So yeah, that's actually going to be interesting. I'm searching for the table for the 1994 BTCO season. Where do I have it? Not here. Oh, I've opened an Apex Legends tab. I don't want that. Do I have it now? Yeah, just okay. There you have it. There I have it now. So yeah, we've seen a pretty dominant season of Lorenzo Turi here. He was the Mr. BTCO this year, and he only finished off the podium once all year, and he took many victories, some second positions and a couple third places, and only one fifth place in Knockhill. So Lorenzo Turi, the Italian driver in the Alfa Romeo, was simply unstoppable that season. So in second place we had Mike Bell in the Volvo 850. He's also here tonight. And yeah, he also had a fantastic season compared to the expectations we had in the Volvo 850. And he still managed to finish in second, even through his latest season. Consistency wasn't really up to date. I mean, since Donington Park, he had a tough challenge with Jake Black again. And we come to this man, Jake Black, driving in Toyota Carina in 1994. He had a superb debut year, starting in the independent class with Team Maxit. And yeah, let's say he was promoted quite quickly. So yeah, Jake Black, after his promotion, really showed what he could do after the Donington Park round, where he took his first podium. And from then on, it became literally a success story. He won in Knockhill for the first time, and then in the end of the year, he won 3 more races in Donington Park and 2 more races in Brands Hatch. So Jake Black here, yeah, with a really good form here. So he could be the one maybe challenging for the overall victory today for the Touring Car World Cup. We also have Chris English and Nathan Hammond P4 and P5, 2 Ford Mondeos in their own bubble, I should say. They had a, let's say, decent season, but of course they couldn't replicate the success of Lorenzo Turi from 1993. So yeah, let's say it was a decent season for Ford, but they will definitely try their best to reclaim the trophy in 1995. But we'll come to next season in a special video, so keep your eyes open in the future on this channel for more coverage of the BTCO. This time I'll try to really bring it consistently. I think it is also a nice concept for the future to bring more highlights of this league. I think you will all want this as well. At least I'm guessing. So, yeah. So, which driver could we also focus on a bit? Yeah, Chris Simpson. He's currently P4 in practice. And, yeah, let's say he had an up and down season. He hasn't scored a podium all year. Oh, yeah, he did. He did. Chris, if you're re-watching this, you did score a podium. In Donington Park with a second place. So, yeah, let's say he had a good season overall, but of course he wasn't fully happy with it. Having got the tools to fight, but then not being able to compete with a teammate must be hurting a lot, I can imagine. Also, we got a new driver in here. It's Ted Hove. And, yeah, Ted, he joined the BTCO quite late. Was near the end of the season, but we will do a more detailed introduction to drivers once the qualifying is underway. It should start anytime soon, hopefully. There we have Ted Ho leaving the pits with his Peugeot 405. Let's say it is the meme car, because we had a funny story with it with Mike Bell in 91, but oh, we've seen a big crash in the pit lane. Probably the driver's having some banter again. So this is to be expected. Don't worry, guys. They are not crash keys. I can speak with my own experience here with these guys. So I think we can turn to qualifying now. Actually, it is now 9:02, so we should move on to quali. Or maybe there's some drivers missing. I'm looking into my little list. So I've got, I think 2 drivers missing. And 1 driver who sadly couldn't participate today, which is Marie Muller, who would have driven the second Volvo. So yeah, she unfortunately couldn't participate today. So we will see her hopefully next year or the next season of BTCO action. So we see some interesting practice results. We see Lorenzo Turri and Jake Black being pretty close within each other. And just as a little recap to the BTCO race here in Donington, we had some intense races there. There were some nice battles here all along. We had a nice fight for the lead in race 2 between the Renault Laguna of Johannes Melis. So yeah, he fought some collisions there in practice already. And yeah, Johannes fought against Lorenzo, and yeah, he really fought well until the second to last lap, I think, where he lost the lead to Lorenzo, unfortunately. But I mean, Lorenzo, he's simply too fast for anyone else. I also want to welcome the viewers here currently. So welcome to the stream. I hope you will enjoy it. Oh, hey teammate, or former teammate, sadly. How you doing? So it's nice to see some former teammates in the chat. It's also great to have some conversations with them. If you also want to, yeah, speak, or if you want to write something in the chat, go ahead. Just do it. I try to also bring the chat up to, yeah, get some more engagement in here, the community, and yeah. Yeah, I'm just currently waiting for qualifying to start. At the moment, which car can we spectate through? You could spectate Joshua Anderson. He is a rookie to the BTCO now. He will participate from 1995 onwards. And yeah, he is driving the Nissan Primera today. And yeah, let's see how he can do with a field with so many nice guys here and so many big guns here. And will we see Q qualifying now because Joshua stopped? Will we? I don't know. I need some more input. Just currently checking the Discord for brief moments. No, there's nothing. So I guess we will wait for the other drivers. Yeah, so it's going to. I think currently it's going to be a waiting game, but no one's driving now. So I will assume that the qualifying will go ahead in some minutes. So, guys, just get your snacks in and enjoy the show today. And yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting one. So, yeah. Now we just wait until qualifying gets started. And also, by the way, I think I can just go through some notes of the track. And I will do this now pretty quickly. So we are, of course, here in Donington. And the track has opened in 1931, but was reopened in 1977. Because you have to remember, in 1939 the track was closed because of World War II. And it wasn't reopened until 1977. So that's a long time. Oh, there we go. That's qualifying time now. Ooh, go away from the cockpit. I'm not driving. So I think Ted will be the first one leaving, I guess. Anyway, let's continue with the track facts. It only held one Formula 1 Grand Prix in 1993, which was dominated by Ayrton Senna, of course. His famous drive in the wet. And it was an amazing race to watch, maybe. But I think I should rewatch it, actually, because I mean, why not? It's a nice. Oh, there's some other drivers going out. That's Mike Bell going out. So is this going to be a random shootout? Yes, it might be, because Mike Bell is the first one to leave. But anyway, let's continue with the facts. We have another fact that the BTCC drives in Donington since 1987 and also wrote history with Matt Neal winning as the very first independent in the BTCC in 1999, the famous day where he beat all the manufacturer entries with his independent Nissan Primera from Team Dynamics. So, the track is 4.020 kilometers long, or in miles 2.498. It has 12 turns, and the fastest lap in BTCO history goes to Roy Cobb in 1993 with a 1 minute 36.015. So maybe some drivers will be able to beat it, but we will find out anytime soon. So we have Mike Bell on track, Jake Black and Ted Ho. I think now everyone leaves. I think Michael's left, Chris is left. So yeah, I will start with facts with Mike Bell because he was the first one to leave. And Mike Bell, the vice champion of 1994, he was also vice champion of 1993 and the two-time independence champion from 1991 to 1992. And he did the championship in 1991 with the famous Peugeot 405. And yeah, I hope we will see it anytime soon again. His best result of the season was P1 in Thruxton, actually, in 1994. And in Donington, his best result was a third place in the season, which has ended last week. And of course, he's driving his Volvo 850 from the BTCO season. We will try and get the gist of his line. He's pushing a lot to, of course, get pole position now. So Mike Bell, he might be one of the favorites, but it depends a bit on the car. He's a quick driver, but I feel like he needs the right equipment for it. And of course some luck as well. Oh, it's lagging a lot here. I don't know if it's my connection or if it's just him. So anyway, let's continue. We have Jake Black in his Toyota Carina from the German Super Touring Car Championship. Because yes, every driver could choose their livery for their car. So Jake Black is using the Bermani Motorenbau livery from the German STV, driven by Philipp Müller. And I need to check his result in real life. I think it was 18th place at the Nürburgring. So, yes, we Germans also had a Carina, for once at least. So let's check Mike Bell's time. And it will be a 1:37.0. I don't think it will be good enough for pole. There was David Osborne slowing down for Jake. I don't think it has costed him that much time, so he'll be the second driver to set a lap time. And there he comes through Southern Straight. Which position will it be? Will be better than... No, it won't be better than Mike. So Jake Black actually dropped behind Mike Bell, or is it just practice again? No, it isn't. So I'm a bit confused now, guys. Please excuse me. I'm used to some other sort of qualifying formats. So Mike Bell P1, currently Jake Black P2. So Michael Sneef, my former teammate, what can he do? Oh, I actually got the information that it will be a 10-minute qualifying, so sorry for the misinformation. So thank you, David, for that. Yeah, okay. Now I need to refocus myself a bit. I was a bit focused on the one shot. So Michael Sneef, my former teammate, finished 8th overall in the championship. Best result 4th in Knockhill. And in Donington he finished 7th with his best result. And he will also switch to the independent class next season. He will drive a privateer Ford Mondeo. And we will be interested to see how he fares in the independent class. Driving along with Chris Simpson as his rival for the independent crown. And Chris, yeah, as I said, he wasn't fully happy with the season. And yes, he will drive an Alfa Romeo from the Italian Superturismo, or for the Campionato Italiano di Superturismo, I think was called. Lorenzo, if you'll be watching this, you can correct me on this. So, yeah, he will be driving a privateer car from Top Run, driven by various privateer entries. So it will be interesting to see how Chris will fare, or maybe he's just adjusting to his independent class entry next season. His best result, of course, was the second position at Donington Park 2. Oh, Chris searches for the shortcut for the pit lane, so he isn't continuing the full lap. We have Lorenzo Turin P1, the Italian driver, of course the 3-time champion of the BTCO, and he won all 3 Donington races of the past season. So Lorenzo Turin, the Italian, pretty good around here, so it will be interesting to see how he fares today. And he also drives an Alfa from the Italian Championship. This time it is a factory entry from Nord Auto, driven in real life by Tamara Vidali and Antonio Tamburini. And Tamburini actually finished 2nd in the championship, and Vidali only finished in 10th overall. Some little facts here. And let's try to search for a new driver. I think David Todaro is here. So he will be also participating today. So we have 2 Peugeots here. I will go through the list of the nationalities here anytime soon. Let's talk about Joshua Anderson, the rookie of the BTCO. He will make his debut now today in the famous Carsonic Nissan livery. And of course, this is famous in Japan, and this car was also used in the Japanese Touring Car Championship. Originally driven by Masahiro Hasemi and Kazuyoshi Hoshino, and they finished 6th and 8th overall in the standings. So a pretty decent campaign, I would say, against some big guns like Steve Soper and Anthony Raitt. And yeah, well, what can I say? I think we need to wait some more races for him to really shine. He needs to get used to the game. I believe, and to the cars. So will be a tough challenge for Josh, but I believe he will make it count anytime soon. And of course, a little information, he will also drive for the BTCO next year in the 14. So just as a little spoiler ahead, we have Ted Ho in the Peugeot 405. As I said, Ted made his debut in the BTCO pretty late in the season, and he actually managed to finish 13th overall. And his best finish was a 5th place in Donington Park 2 at Brands Hatch GP. And yeah, of course, he would drive the Works Peugeot. Same goes for Todaro. He's currently chilling in the pit lane, probably getting himself sorted. We have David Osborne in the Vauxhall Cavalier. And Osborne, as I like to call him, Mr. BTCO, the admin of this league, he finished 11th overall in the past season. He left Toyota, his first team, midway through the season, and then joined Vauxhall after a partway stint with Volvo and Nissan during the season. So now he will drive the World Cup, of course, also with the Vauxhall, and he will use the livery from the World Cup in real life as it was used by Anthony Reid. And sadly, Reid retired from the race. So is this a bad omen for David Osborne? We should find out anytime soon. And yeah, of course, his best result was also a 10th place at Donington. And his best result overall of the season was a 6th place in Brands Hatch Indy. Well, I think now we should focus on qualifying here. We have the top 3. I think they are literally sorted. So Lorenzo, Jake and Mike are in the top 3 places. So Lorenzo looks like he will take pole position. I think the 10 minutes are now over. And Chris Simpson comes into pit lane. We have Michael Sneef still in a lap. Who's currently closest to the checkered flag? It will be Michael Sneef. He tries everything to push for a faster lap. Let's go on board with him. Yeah, pretty careful here with the car. Might be the better strategy here for the Renault Laguna. I mean, it is notorious for having many issues with the tires. They're really overheating quickly. So the Laguna could be a big problem here for this circuit. And Michael will feel this sort of issues. So we see Michael on P5. I think it could improve. We have Anderson still left, maybe. Ted is still left, so can he improve? He has shown some flashes of pace during the past races, so what can he show us today? Or what can he show today? He actually will start from P7, I believe, or will Osborne maybe improve himself as well? He comes to the final corner. So David Osborne, yeah, I think he wishes he would be in that position. So Osborne comes to the line, and it is P6. So Osborne actually improved to P6. Good lap by David. He's only 3/10 away from Michael Sneef. Whilst I'm seeing some Lorenzo appreciation posts. So keep it up, guys. I think he will be really happy about that. So yeah, who's still left? I think no one is still left, actually. Or is there still some time left? I don't know. Or will we have the full session now? It was, I think, yeah, David said 10 minutes of quali. So normally it should be over right now. Or was this actually misinformation? Well, anyway, I think we can say that the top 3 will be a big, will be in the favorite squad, especially Lorenzo, of course. And we got another one saying my most favorite quotes eventually. I think I need to do an eventually counter. Remind me of that. So, yeah. We see Ted off the road. I think he wasn't really seriously pushing anyway. So, what about Todaro? Will he be able to set a lap? I think so, because he's pushing a lot. And he's pushing for a lap. And we go, I think we should go on board with him. So let's have a look into Todaro's lap time. It isn't fast enough. I'm not sure if he's practiced actually. So if he hasn't practiced, then I think he just wants to finish then. And I mean, it isn't a bad strategy to just think about the car and just try to finish the race. So yeah, it isn't a bad strategy at all. You see Todaro pretty careful with the car, coming from the final corner. And what about Todaro's lap time? Where will he actually qualify? Will it be a better position at P10? Yes, it will be, of course, because I'm still here. But anyway, Todaro P9, 1:40.0. So let's have a look into the timing screens. There you have your results. And we see a small gap between the top three. Then we have a huge gap between P3 and P4. So I think these guys will be separated a lot. And imagine now we have a reverse grid in race 2. So this is going to be an absolute insane race. And I hope you will enjoy it as well. So, as I said, stay tuned for the race. It's still qualifying, and yeah, I think this will be an interesting race. I'm also seeing some good resonance, so full thumbs up. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. And we see Todaro still, I think he has a chance to improve, because he's still pushing. Let's have a look into Todaro. I think why not? I mean, there's no one else on track, so yeah. I think, but normally this should be it actually, because now the 10 minutes are clearly over. And yeah. So will Todaro just drive into the pits, or it will continue? And what lap time will it be? Oh, this looks like a huge improvement here for Todaro! But it's still P9. But actually, it actually is close to his teammate Ted. So the two Peugeots are actually quite close between each other. That's somehow good to see, actually. So, yeah, those two teammates pushing each other. But I think there's still more to come from Ted. I'm not believing that he's that slow. I'm sorry, Ted, but I think you can go much quicker than that. But anyway, I think now we should start the race. But I'm not sure if you need to do, or if you need to reset the server again, or just leave the server again and rejoin. In that case, I will just make a little break, just catch something to drink, and then we're all set for an entertaining race. So let's wait about it. Yeah, I got a message, and well, I'm doing a little break, just getting something to drink, and we see us in a couple of minutes. So yeah, I hope you will stay there and enjoy the break. And don't forget to grab some snacks all the way again. So this is a little reminder. Alright then, I got myself sorted. I have something to drink now. Well, now the drivers will need to wait for 20 minutes. Not for 20, for 2 minutes. Because I can't just pull it into spectator mode. So drivers have a lot of time to think about what they're doing. And they can call everything what they want. So they can call the engine and just everything. This is a little tip. If someone is listening, it will be quite useful to just cool the car. I mean, a hot engine is not something you want, actually. So, and I'm noticing that I'm using the word actually quite a lot. So, that's potentially the new replacement of eventually. So, if someone's listening. So whilst we've still got a minute left, I think we can clearly say that the top 3 really looks to be in their class of their own, and I'm really excited to see them race, actually. I hope it will be a good race. I said actually again! I should stop that. I really should stop that, I can't. Oh man, I like Pepsi. I really like it. Oh, product placement, sorry. So 20 seconds left. Drivers still have a lot of time to think. But not much longer. Then the race will finally get underway. And there you have it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's our almost go time. The lights are on. It's lights out, and away we go. Who has the best start? Looks like Michael Sleeve in the Renault has got the best start of all the drivers. Now we go to the first corner. It's going to maybe going to be a bit close, but Lorenzo's the lead. Then we have Jake Black, Mike Bell, Sleeve in 4th. We have a Nissan leaving to Darwin's off the road. Oh, this is going to be a bit messy in the back. We see Steve and Osborne fighting against each other. Maybe it's going to be pretty close in downhill, and. Oh, we see there's someone off. That's David Osborne in the Vauxhall. Oh, he's using the grass to just not hit someone. We see Anderson again, the grass. What's he doing? There's some major chaos already. We see 2 in the lead. And Mike Berno, who's passed Jake Black in the opening lap. So, Alfa Romeo, Volvo, Toyota, and Renault in 4th place. And of Chris Simpson now, who tries to recover from the start. And I think now I can cool down my voice, because otherwise I have nothing left. I said maybe the attack, I don't think so. So Simpson still trying to save it, but maybe now. Mike has a bad exit. Is this the chance for Chris Simpson to come back? Here's the inside line. This could work out there, and it will be. Chris Simpson plays overshoot the corner, and he makes it work. However, in the back there's also some battle going on between Tudaro and Osborne. Is Steve giving up on this? I think he has to now. Or he waits for a mistake of Simpson. But it isn't going to happen anytime soon. So, here we have the order. We have Lorenzo in the lead. Mike Bell P2. Jake Black P3. Chris Simpson in P4. And have Michael Sneeve in the Renault in P5. Ted Ho in the Peugeot in P6. I have to say, good start from the Peugeot driver. And he might catch up to Michael Sneeve pretty quickly. Because Michael's just made a mistake. And anyway, let's move down the order. We have Osborne P7, Todaro P8, and Anderson, the rookie, in P9. Still a lot to learn. I think now he will take time to prepare himself for maybe race 2. He could start from pole position there, which will be quite useful. Anyway, where we have some battling there. Oh, Jake with a huge mistake there. This has costed him some time. Not good enough. I think now everything has calmed down. So, yeah, now we can just relax a bit. Enjoy the cars, the nice super tours of the era. And just enjoy yeah, I can't go into the ultimate spectator mode then. So I think this is what we have. So where is something happening? I think there's not much happening. Let's go on board with Ted, however. So Ted in the Peugeot. Well, I think Chris isn't really pulling away from Michael, however. So Chris needs to pick up the pace a little bit to get away from Michael. And also from Ted. So I think he could do this. But of course we have to find out. So yeah. Let's have a look into the front again. We see Lorenzo dominating again. He's trying to build up the gap to Mike and to Jake. But I think Jake is closing it down on Mike. I have a feeling that Jake is really closing down Mike. And I think here in the back nothing much is happening. So let's have a look into these two guys. So they are battling a lot now, maybe. Oh, Jake with another little mistake there. This has cost him some more time. So this is not good at all. So there we have some battling in the front. We have some battling here. Because Simpson is really escaping the attacks from Michael Sneath. And I think he's coming a bit closer again. So there's also battle in the back between Osborne and Todaro. Whilst Anderson, sadly, is on his own there at the back. Sadly. And we got some more appreciation here from some German fans. So, hello. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. And there's still the fight going on between Black and Bell. So these two... Oh, look at that. We have a three-way fight maybe for 4th place. Because I have the feeling that Ted is closing down on Michael as well. So this could be interesting. And that's not really useful to hit the curb. I would advise to not really hit it, because otherwise you have some troubles with the car's handling. One thing I forgot to mention actually is the nations entering. So we have Great Britain, the majority of course, with Mike Bell, Joshua Anderson, Chris Simpson, originally also Kyle Benton, who is sadly not here, and we have David Osborne, who is of course here, Jake Black also here, and Michael Sneath. And so these guys are all here. And we have from Italy Lorenzo Turri, who is currently leading the race. We had originally from Liechtenstein Marie Müller, and from Turkey Halil Shahin, who would have made his return to the BTCO here after a little break. Sadly, he isn't here today, so we hope he will be back at the preseason testing, or maybe then round one of the championship. So we have also from United States 2 drivers here who are here today. So we have Todaro and Ted. So with Ted in P6 and Todaro in P7, who has made a move against David Osborne. Sadly we've missed it. That's a big shame. But we might see it in the highlight clip I try to post later on. We see Jake having a huge gap to Mike now. So did he make a huge mistake there? Looks like it a bit. So we have still the fight going on for 4th, even though the gap has increased slightly. So this... Anderson here with a huge slide. So I have the feeling that he isn't really getting used to the car. So he will need some more testing, I believe, to get a feel for it. So... yeah, where can we move? Oh, look at that, between Sneath and Ho, hopefully. There might be some battling going on between these 2 drivers. Both driving French cars. Only for this race, however, because after that race, they both will leave the team. Oh, look at that, he's coming a bit close here. But now he made a tiny mistake. Such a tiny mistake. And he lost all the momentum he had. Oh, that's a big shame. That's a very big shame. He was so close behind behind Michael, and he just made a mistake. That's pretty unfortunate. Oh, where's Osborne has dropped down. David Osborne has dropped down to P9. David Osborne is last, and Joshua Anderson is actually on P8. So what has happened to Osborne? Yeah, that I tell you what, this spectator mode isn't actually useful in any sort of way, because I mean, seriously, it's not nice. You know, I mean, I don't really get what happens behind, so that's a big shame. So I'm sorry, guys, but I can't do better. So we have to select about. Oh, that Ted with a mistake. He went a bit too wide and he hit the grass. So yeah, that's not what you need in your pursuit. Speaking of pursuits, I think you all got the news that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit will get a remaster for the PS1, Xbox One, and of course the PC. I'm a bit curious, what is your opinion about it? I will just have a look into the laps. So we are approaching halfway mark. Let's have a look into the gaps. So have a quick overview where it's going to be a bit more critical. We see Osborne having repassed Anderson. So once again we've missed the battle. And yeah, that's a big shame. I'm really sorry that we just missed it out. And yeah, oh, we have a battle here maybe. Sneeve has dropped quite far down against Simpson. And Ted Ho is actually closing in on Michael Sneeve. Let's have a look into this. Let's have a look into Ted Ho. So the American driving for Peugeot. It seems to be his favorite mark. Oh, he went a tiny bit wide. Everything seems to be fine. And yeah, Ted, he's doing okay so far, I would suppose. Oh, Sneeve, a bit too much cutting here. He's lost a lot of time. And Ted is coming a bit closer now. The refs are rising here. You break a bit early here between 150 meters. And to get a perfect exit. This would have been a perfect chance. But once again, he makes one tiny mistake. And everything is over. One tiny mistake. Everything is over. This is happening, Ted, all the time now. So, you just need to stop. Stop making these mistakes. Then you could pass him. Come on. Maybe now. I think now Michael has made a mistake. Yeah, that was good for Michael. Oh, look at that. The battle between Baron Black is getting hot again. And, oh, both went a bit wide. But they are nearly taking identical lines. But Black is on a pursuit. Where does he go? I think he goes for the outside line now. Can it work? I think it will be a bit tough. But he's still trying. He's trying. Has he done it through? Has he done it still side by side? Can't believe it. He's actually tried it. And it looks like he could make it work. Look at the speed of the Toyota. And Jake Black. Has he made it down through? Michael's still defending. Oh no. No, Jake. It was so close. He nearly made it. But in the end, it wasn't enough. What a shame. Was a good try. Was a really good try. Honestly. So, once again dropping it behind. So, in the back we have some awkward moments. We need to go through the highlights then. To have a clear overview. But in the meantime, Lorenzo once again controlling in the front. Nothing to complain about. Just another dominant performance of the Italian driver. And yes, we have Jake Black here. On board with him. I think he wants now the position so hard. He's so eager. You've seen it already before. He is searching for opportunities to pass this Volvo. I mean, there's so many opportunities potentially he might leave out because Mike is just I mean, he fights very hard, which is good, and sometimes you don't know if you can pass there or not. So you really need to guess where you can pass him. And oh, look at how close he is coming through that braking zone. So an optimum exit is required, but he hasn't made it stick. Looking back again. Oh, Ted once again creates a huge gap to Michael. So let's have a look into these two guys again. Just having a little zip through my drink. So you see Jake taking a different line than Mike. And this will be a crucial factor for this final laps. I need to check which lap we are currently again. We seem to be on lap 9. So not many laps to go. And this looks to be an absolute thrill in the end between these two guys for P2. Sadly not for the lead through because Lorenzo is pretty quick here. But is there maybe a chance to dive bomb potentially? No, he isn't really doing this. So Mike Bell still ahead. But I think Jake can go a bit quicker. But of course, the positions aren't here to be gifted. They are here to be taken after a huge fight. I think the fight between these two will be intense. I will just check the cars behind. Oh, Osborne has retired. So David Osborne has retired from the race. So he won't start from pole position. Which is a big shame. And yeah, but let's focus on the battle between Black and Bell. These two really on the edge here. They're trying to push as hard as they can, especially Black, who tries to push Bell to a mistake. But these two, they are so competitive here. And Mike, we all know how great he is at defending. Oh, both went wide. This would have been a perfect opportunity for Black to pass Bell. But once again, he has made a mistake again. So once again, he needs to yield. So, I mean, wow, what a fight it has been between these two guys. And I think the fight between Sneef and Hove is actually over. So now we can focus on these two guys. Will we see an attack from Black? No, not yet. But he's braking a tiny bit later. So he's indicating, mate, I can go faster. Just go the hell away. And yeah, these two will have a nice ding dong, I think, at the end. Because there you really make your moves. I've learned that in the hard way. So yeah. So I think we're now moving into the penultimate lap. I'll just have a quick look. I think we are. Yeah, we should be in the penultimate lap. So we have Jake Black in P3. But now let's go through the rankings again. So we have Lorenz in P1. Mike currently in P2. Jake in P3, who's chasing Mike Bell through the race. And we see Chris in P4. Sneef P5. Ho P6. Tadara P7. And Anderson P8 in the Nissan Primera. Let's have a look back into this battle here between these two. Luckily, we haven't seen an accident yet, which is a pretty huge one, so that's good. And now we will have a nice fight between Bell and Black, hopefully in the final lap of the race. This should be an absolute magnificent last lap, hopefully. So let's have a look. Oh, Mike makes a mistake here. This is the worst place to make a mistake there for the driver behind, because there you need to slow down a bit harder. So you can't profit for it, except you're cutting the corner. Oh, look at that, Black. Ah, not yet, not yet. But it's getting a bit closer. He's indicating that he wants to go by through that corner. But he still can't make the pass. So, yeah. We need to wait for the perfect opportunity, but it won't come until now. The final lap of the race has started. So we are excited to see Black and Bell. Oh, Bell with a slight mistake. Black was actually now pretty close behind Mike Bell. Let's have a quick tour through the back. So nothing changes. But Mike went a bit wide now. But will be enough, I think, yeah, at the moment. But there's still some opportunities to pass. Especially the two hairpins. Oh, look at Black. He's once again trying around the outside there. Can he now make it work? No, of course he can't. Oh, he could have waited a bit. So Black, now he needs to deliver. Oh, he went a bit too far on the inside. This could have cost him the second position he so desperately wants. This could have cost him in this position, but I'm not sure about this. But we still have some corners left. Oh my. I think he won't make it. So we can cut to Lorenzo Tori now. The Italian who's dominated this race from the leading lap, or from the first lap until the end. So Lorenzo Tori, he will come across the final turn to win this first race of the Touring Car World Cup for Italy, for Alfa Romeo, for himself. Another victory here in Donington, and it just fits to this season. Another win from the Italian. Mike Bell finishes in second position after a tough fight with Jake Black. We see Chris Simpson finishing P4. A decent result from the British driver in the Gravity colours. Fifth we have Michael Sneath. And in sixth place we have Ted Hove. And then we have David Todaro P7. Strong drive here. So Todaro really shows that he can do better. So I hope he keeps this up for the upcoming races. And Anderson, the last driver to finish in P8. Yeah, you really see that he needs a lot to learn. But I hope he can get up to speed pretty quickly. And I think he will. He just needs to improve. And he needs the will to learn. And I think then it will come. So there you have it. All drivers have finished. So here you have the overall results. And we see a tiny gap between P3 and P4. Not as much as I thought. But it actually, was a decent race, I should say. And as someone said, the 1994 rose continues for me. And it was actually David's. Yeah, shame, buddy. But I would like to know what happened, actually. Because we haven't actually seen it. So it would be nice to know what happened. So just to get some more information from the drivers. So, yeah. Now we're waiting for race 2. And I'm waiting for the first drivers to leave for the server. Or not for the server restart, for the restart of the formation. Now we will turn all the drivers around. So we will have Anderson P1, Todaro P2, Ted Ho P3, and so on. And David Osborne, he sadly couldn't finish. He will start from P9 actually. And a shame for him, because I think a pole position would be nice, but I mean, could be dangerous for the fast drivers maybe. But I mean, we'll make racing a bit more interesting, I believe. And I hope so, because we have some fast starting drivers here, which could make the life of the fast drivers a bit hard. And so, could also maybe look into the fast lap, but we can't, of course, because they haven't participated. But those were the times to Lorenzo. Nowhere near the laps of Roy Cobb from 1993. So, yeah, we will move to the next track, and I will just make a little break again. So we see us soon for race 2. And oh, sorry. Anyway, now it's time for race 2, and we will start in a few minutes, or at least in 1, 2, and 3, 4, whatever. You get a gist. We are now moving to the next session, so it will start soon. And as I said, Joshua Anderson in pole position with his Nissan Primera. And I'm still in the lobby, which is fantastic. So, actually let me know in the comments, or actually let me know in the chat what you think about this race currently, or on this weekend so far. I would be actually interested in this. In the 2 minutes you still have some time left to talk before the drivers will commit to the final race of the day. So we see Anderson now move to the grids. He will be leading the field into turn 1 hopefully. And second place will be Todaro, third place Ted Ho, fourth place Michael Sneeve, ahead of Chris Simpson, ahead of Jake Black, then Mike Bell in P7 and Lorenzo Torri in P8 in his Alfa Romeo. Special kudos to Jake, because he's using a livery from the German STV, so well done buddy. You are a fucking legend. And yeah, also Joshua Anderson, legend for choosing the Japanese livery of the Calsonic Nissan. Another big goat here. So we see Todaro in, and I think now everyone is in. They're just waiting for the lights to turn off, and they still got 40 seconds left. So they will need to wait because I can't join, as I said. It won't bring me anything. You can see the cars again in full detail, in typical GTR2 quality. And yeah, now approximately 20 seconds left, so not much longer, and then the race will finally start here in Donington for the final time, and I'm super excited for this. 3, 2, 1. The lights should go on now. Yes, they do. And the race gets underway. And who has the best start? Looks like the Peugeots have got a better start. It looks like Todaro. Look at Osborne. He's shooting up the order. But who's going to take the lead after turn 1? Looks like it is Todaro. Jake Black with another strong start. Osborne's dropped back some positions. And it looks like Todaro is leading ahead of Jake Black already. Anderson P3. Oh no, he's losing control. He's lost it. He's lost it. He's in the gravel. He's in the gravel. There are 2 drivers off. I think there was a involvement of Mike Bell and Ted again, the Peugeot. And that means Mike Bell will have a lot of work to do for P8. Anderson once again the last position. Home and Osborne side by side, going through the tight kinks here. Look at that Osborne. No! Another hit that might give Simpson a chance to come and attack Teddy in his head. So good start here for everybody. Some bumping here. Joshua's losing control, but that's not too bad at all, I would say. Look at Simpson. Whoa, what a move. What a move by Chris Simpson. Incredible. Now look at this package. I go 3 wide. Are you kidding me? 3 wide. You can't do this. But Mike is going for it. And Ted on the outside line. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. This is really amazing. This is what the sport is all about. But oh no. No. Big crash. Big crash. David Osborne is taking up Mike Bell. Oh no. What a disaster for the Volvo team, who has only got 1 car because Marie couldn't start all of a sudden. Now they are really doomed, and it looks like Jake Black is taking the lead now, and at least Todaro's got a leading lap, so that's fine. But I think Osborne is making Mike's car proud of the nickname Rovo. Whilst we have a battle between Sneeve and Turry. Look at that, Lorenzo. He needs to find a gap. Will he find a gap? there's the gap, and he goes with... That's the position for Lorenzo, and that's P3. And Todara's off! Todara's off! Ah! He was in such a good position. But now, you need to be careful, Chris! No, we can't do that! Oh! That was very dangerous. But now, look who's profiting from it. It's his teammate, Ted! Oh, can you believe it? This was a bit too close to comfort. But, well... Whew. I was worried about Todara's entry. Anyway, look at that, Ted is off. So that's it. That was the profit from it. Ah, come on, Ted. But oh, there's a case behind Todara trying around the outside. No, he can't. So Todara needs to stick behind again. Whilst we see Black in the lead out of Turry and Sneeve. P3, he's the big winner of the start. Look at that, he has a huge gap to Simpson. Maybe he can take the podium for Renault for one last time. It would be such a great achievement for the Renault team. And after a weird season for them, because they had the potential to be great, but a lot of tire wear issues really made them falling down the order quite quickly. So anyway, let's move on here. You might see a battle for the lead anytime soon, because Lorenzo now needs to push for the lead. Oh, Sneeve had the sneevy leg again. That's a typical syndrome for him. We have Simpson, Anderson being chased by Todaro. But look at Osborne, he's also trying to find a gap. But Todaro now gets the job done. Good move there by Todaro. Good job there. Oh, went a bit too wide. And that's all gone again. Oh no, Todaro. What an unfortunate amount of events here following a good first lap, and then this happens. Oh, this is something you don't want to see. Oh, sorry. This happens when you drink cola. Well, anyway, Osborne has passed Anderson. So Osborne P5. We see another Peugeot off. That's Todaro again. So his race went from perfect to utter disaster. And even Mike Bell has passed him now, who has rolled in that particular corner. So this looks to be an interesting race here for a podium and of course for the race win. Let's have a look into the onboard for Lorenzo Turri. So the Italian driver really pushing now to get the lead back from Black. We had a superb getaway here. It has to be said, Black. Strong start. And he made up some good places. And he's in the right place at the right time. Look at that, he's leading. So, now we have a quick look through the order. Or should we wait? There might be a battling now going on for the lead. Because Black has made a mistake. Lorenzo's directly behind. Look at that, Lorenzo's taking the inside line now with this right-hander. But it still isn't enough. Look at Michael Sneeve. He's still at least in reach. But we all know, sadly, it isn't possible to catch these two. Except you have a rocket ship of a car. Maybe. But these two are pretty quick drivers. So you need some skill to beat them. But look at Lorenzo. He wants that spot. He knows he is the defending champion. He knows he's the defending winner of this event. Or am I taking it wrong? I think he must be the defending winner of the World Cup. I'm 100% sure that he won the World Cup in Monza last time. So he has a point to prove. Okay, theoretically he doesn't really need to take the win because Mike is so far down the order that a second place would be enough actually, I think. So theoretically it should be enough for Lorenzo to win the World Cup. Mike on third. Oh, Simpson. No, Simpson has got a disconnect. No. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Chris again. He had a good pace. He was looking to come close to Michael, and then this happens. Oh, come on. Seriously? This has really killed the racing now. But, Now we'll have an interesting fight for P4. Oh, Mike went a bit wide. That's not good. Keep it together, Mike. And we see Osborne directly behind Ho. I still don't know how to pronounce this last name properly. I'm so sorry for that if I pronounced it wrong. But yeah. Let's have a look into this battle here. Because look at that, Mike is pushing a lot. Just have a quick look into the leading battle, but nothing happens there. Let's have a look into Mike Bell's on board. And he's actually a bit close to them. Just needs a mistake from them to get by. He's actually pretty close now behind Osborne. He might go for the dive. He's the inside line. So Mike Bell is the P5. Good recovery here from Mike Bell. But he needs to be careful. David has rolled him once. We do this again. Now he will actually hit him this time. But everything is still okay. He has rolled, but Anderson went completely wrong. And he just hit the barrier. And Todaro will take P7. That was a bit unfortunate here. Let's have a look into the leading battle again. Tori still behind Black. So we have a close 5 lead again. Surprise, surprise. We need more of these races here. Just look at that. That's so interesting to see. Lorenzo having to fight for the lead. We see Lorenzo still behind Black. He's really pushing to get to the top. And the Alfa Romeo driver tries everything he's got to prove that he is the defending champion. And he is the very well deserved winner of the World Cup by winning both races. But will it happen? We should find out. Always the Black locking up, but I think that's necessary in the front wheel drive car to get the rotation in. So let's have a look back into the battle here. We see Ted still ahead of Mike and Osborne. So I'll just have a quick look if I get some voices by Chris Simpson. So apparently not. So nothing is new. So still same infos as we had. It looks like a disconnect. I think now he needs some time to calm down and just just come in for some little banter afterwards, after the stream. And we see Lorenzo instantly behind Black. Just a little look into the battle for P4. Still nothing happening, so we have a look back into the leading battle. You see Turi still chasing Black. This goes on and on and on. These two won't give up. This is great to see. See Lorenzo having some interesting rims. So at least he went a bit creative here with his car. Definitely stands out. Okay, the Renault stands out as well because it's a fucking banana. But, you know. Anyway, let's move on. We see, that might be a bit costly for Black. It looked like it a bit. But now, look at that Tori. He tries to maybe round the outside. Or is there a chance? No, there isn't. He needs to back out of it. So, back in the back of the pack, there's still nothing new happening. So we have a look back into the leading battle. We see Black still leading. And Black still needs to defend. In the last race, he was the one who attacked Mike. This time, he's attacking Lorenzo. And it definitely shows that Black tries everything he can to defend this lead. So, just once again looking for the field again, because just want to see what happens here with P4. And, maybe just a quick look into the lap counter. I think it should be lap 8 now. So we're in the 8th lap. And we are approaching the end of the race. So now Lorenzo is running out of laps, but he still has some time left to pass Black. So if he can go quicker, which he definitely can, look at that. Lorenzo once again a better exit, but will he make it stick here? No, not now. So Lorenzo still behind Black, but he is coming closer and closer and closer. I mean, look at it. This is getting really close between these two guys. And we see Tori still trying to find the perfect line, the perfect exit, the mistake for Black. He needs to pass him. But we see here Black, oh! Nearly lost the control of the car. And this could have ended badly for Jake Black, but he kept it his cool and saved the car. Great save there by Jake, but he nearly lost it on the braking. But still, there's some nice battling going on here between these two. Just a little look back. Oh, we see Mike pointing out that he wants to go by. Oh, will be. Oh, some bumping there. That's touring car racing here. That's bumping. And that's how it should be. But will Ted stick with this position? I guess Mike will wants this position here so badly to recover from his poor... From this roll, I should say. Not from his poor roll. Yeah, poor roll. You could say this as well. But he couldn't do anything against it. It was just a accident. Which can happen sometimes. I mean, no one is mistake free. And everyone will make mistakes. I'm pretty sure about this. So, looking back at the leaders battle, you see Turi still not finding a way to pass Black. So Jake proved to be a decent defender against Lorenzo Turi. This could end up quite interestingly. And we saw it in Brands Hatch already, because here we had in Brands Hatch we had Black versus Melis for second, and Black was the one who could defend when Johannes was really quick, and Black could defend successfully. But now he's doing that again. This time it is for the lead, and it is for the Touring Car World Cup. It is for the second race victory. I mean, of course, he won't win the whole thing. Definitely needs Lorenzo to make a huge mistake now. He needs Michael or Mike to both overtake him in the standings to take the overall victory. But it will be important for his morality and for his form to win this race. I think now we have 3 laps or 2 laps to go. Yeah, 3 laps to go now. So still a lot of things able to happen. And I think now we go for a quick run order. But okay, we wait a second. Because here we have Jake Black still attacking. Still having to defend from the attacks of Lorenzo. I mean, Lorenzo really quick here through this track. And he has proven it in race 1. He wants to prove it now. He has a tiny better exit. He can't make the move. So Lorenzo's still stuck behind Jake Black in the simple looking Toyota Carina. And yeah, we will see a nice fight between these two. We'll have a quick look into the P4 battle, and it is over because Mike Bell has passed Ted. So once again the cameras missed it, but I think now we can finally shift our focus to the leader battle, and this might be a very interesting one between Jake Black and Lorenzo Turi. And I want all of you guys to stay around here for some interesting laps here. 2 more laps to go then after this one, I think. Yeah, it should be 2 laps to go then. So, we're approaching the first of these 2 laps. Black still in the lead ahead of Lorenzo Turi. So these two really pushing themselves. I think Black can be considered a title favorite for 95. He will be staying with the Toyota family, whilst Lorenzo will move back to Vauxhall, and no one really knows how the pace of Vauxhall is going to be. We all know that Lorenzo, that is a really fast driver who can extract the best out of every single package. But we'll have some nice opponents here with Jake Black, also Mike Bell, of course, in the Renault Laguna. Just some little spoilers for the preview video coming up this week already, just prior to the preseason tests. I will do a separate video about the preseason tests as well if I've got the time, but I will make a notification then on the Twitter account. I will post the Twitter account later on in the highlights, just for you all that you can follow me. My username is actually my real name, so Johannes Melis, you can follow me over there. And look, Lorenzo, he's still trying. Now he's got a chance. Oh, it looked so close. It looked really close that Lorenzo could make it work, but it wasn't to be. But it was a sign of things to come. 1 lap to go then. But still, one final corner, and now 1 lap to go for the win. It's Black versus Turry. And this is going to be for everything now. Is Turry going to risk it, or is he just staying behind Black and just taking the overall victory? This could be interesting. And we see Black still defending well. We go on board with Turry now. These are crucial meters. I mean, as I said at the beginning, the track is over 4 kilometers long. So you really haven't got much time to think. You need to plan your attack laps prior and just get it right in the first opportunity you have. And it seems like he still hasn't got the opportunity to show that he can pass. He had some minor moments, but still no way to pass him. The man, Jake Black. So, we still have got 1 sector left to go. Some final kilometers here. And this might be the victory for Jake Black, actually. Because I think now Lorenzo's running out of meters to attack Black. But the race is over when it's over. So, we need to wait and see what happens. See Lorenzo braking again later. I think now he really runs out of opportunities. I think he is too far back. So it looks like Jake Black is going to take the victory of the second race of the Touring Car World Cup. And it looks like it. No! There's a collision between Touring and Black. Oh my goodness me. What a close finish there. Oh, Touring hit Black at the end. But it will be Jake Black taking the victory. But Lorenzo Touring is taking the overall victory, of course, for the Touring Car World Cup. Michael Sneeve, you are back on the podium, mate. Well done, buddy. Enjoy this one. P3, Mike P4 in his final outing in the Volvo. So he will take the car. He was beaten at today. So should be interesting to see how it pans out in the Renault. Tad finishes P5, David P6. A decent showing. Not much action for him. So who has left? I think it was Ted. So David P6, P7, then Josh P8. And yeah, I think that concludes the final race of the Touring Car World Cup. So what a crazy race it was at the front. I mean, there weren't many battles, but I mean, just the field that he could attack anywhere he wants is intense. And Jake did a brilliant job at defending. Kudos to him. Also kudos to Lorenzo for winning the World Cup again and for defending pretty well. Michael, kudos to him for taking another podium after he went podium-less throughout the year, throughout the real BTCO season. He can round up his Renault adventure with one final hurrah before he moves on to the independent class. Well, Mike Bell P4, he will also be not that happy, I believe, because after that roll, yeah, I think he might be a bit frustrated in all of that, but I think he will be happy to finally end the chapter of the Volvo 850 estate, and he will be finally happy to join the Renault family from 1995 onwards. So we have Osborne, we have missing Ted, of course. He was the P5 originally, and yeah, Ted, I think will be happy with that overall. He still needs to improve a lot, but I think he would come. David, yeah, last race for Vauxhall before he moves on to Alfa Romeo, taking over the seat from Lorenzo Turri to Daro. Yeah, I think it was important for him to get some more feeling the car before he will do his full-time works drive return for 95. And Anderson, yeah, it was a wonky debut, but I mean, yeah, to be fair, there's still a lot to prove for him, but I think it will come at time. And we'll move to the next track. So I would just do the end, and yeah, I would just want to say thank you so much for all of you guys for watching this stream, and I think it was a good show from the BTCO, and thank you all for making this possible, and also big thanks to David Osmo, of course, for setting this up. And yeah, I will end this stream now, so thank you so much for watching, and yeah, we'll see you soon for another episode of BTCO Action. So, until the next one, guys.